Hi Year 6, welcome to the video regarding Collect It. We're looking at the explanation and instructions text you've had the WAGOL for. Make sure you have another read of that to have a think about the structure, the layout and the types of word choices that are there. And we're going to have a look at how to help you with your Collect It on this particular video. Okay, so in terms of helping me with my Collect It, still looking at the thesaurus. So if you don't have a copy of a thesaurus at home, you can use the internet. Just go to Google, type in different words and synonym alongside that. That was really helpful for me, but also you'll have seen that you've got an invention to think about how it moves and how it works. Those are real inventions, although they look very strange and basically they don't work. Nobody's going to make any money out of them. You can go and search for those to see some of the information, the language that's used around those, as well as similar types of machines that have, you can look at the language that's there. So for example, I'm looking at the lawnmower tricycle, so you could look up the lawnmower tricycle to get some language from that, but also look up lawnmowers and also look up tricycles to have a little think about some of the wording that you want to use. So you can see here I've started thinking about movements, some of the verbs that I've got here on the right hand side to help me out, and I've started thinking about some of the adverbials as well. So I'm going to add to those. Okay, so I've got much more language now that I think is going to help me when describing the movements. I've thought of some more formal ways of saying things like turn and start, just so I've got a range of those, so I'm not repeating myself within what I'm writing. It's really important that we get the Collect It stage done really thoroughly. It's going to help us definitely to plan, and then of course to write out our finished final piece of writing. We've got a few more down here as well. Again, use the online thesaurus as well as other areas to help you. And what I'll do at the end of the video is show you the whole of my Collect It, just so you've got that as just to see what it might look like. Okay, so moving on to language to describe the part. So again, this is a lawnmower tricycle. You will have potentially chosen something different to look at. So you need a couple of parts to think about, trying to choose ones that aren't that obvious. Okay, so I've chosen the crank, which I believe is the sort of circular part by the pedal that sort of moves around and moves the chain around, so I'm going to explain some of that. And then I've got the mower blade. I've just called it the mower blade rather than blade, and you can see I've made a start here. I'm going to continue with that now. So I've got everything I need now, I think, to describe the parts to help me with my plan. You might find that one or two words crop up in more than one of the boxes, so don't worry too much about that, because it's about helping you to be able to plan. Okay, so I'm going to move on to technical vocabulary. Okay, so this is the language that's specific to the particular machine that you've got. Okay, so this is probably what you're going to find if you search for that particular invention and other similar types of products. Okay, I definitely want to think about language to move time on. Okay, so that's going to be firstlies, secondlies, next, etc. So I can use that during definitely during the instructions part. Okay, and then I'm going to find some language that's going to help me to explain. Certainly those first three words there, kind, type and variety, are important, because those that, you know, you're saying it's a type of lawnmower in this case that helps you, sorry, a type of tricycle that helps you to cut the grass, something like that. Okay, and then I've got some of the other language there that's going to help me add more detail with it as well as that. Furthermore, however, so I'm going to be able to show some opposites. As a result, I'm going to say what the consequences of some of the actions are. Okay, I'm happy with what I've located in terms of technical vocabulary to help me out as well. I've added a few extra parts in here. Again, using the invention itself and some information about tricycles and lawnmowers that I was able to find on the internet. Similarly with the language to move time on, I've got a bank of those now. You might want to add more to what you've got, and the language to explain I've organised here, so I've got lots of different options. Not going to use everything that I've written down here, it's just so they've got some synonyms so I'm not repeating myself if I want to say something similar. Added on here, I saw a WABUB for your subordinating conjunctions and fanboys for coordinating conjunctions. You'll need to look those up if you've forgotten what they are, guys, but they're going to help you to link ideas together. And what I'll put up at the end of what I'm talking about now is the whole of the collective that I've completed, just so you've got something to base it on. But you might want to add some more ideas to yours, and obviously you're going to be looking at a different invention as well. Hopefully you're finding that the inventions are a little bit quirky, shall we say. They are real inventions, but not ones that particularly are useful, but you've got to try and make them sound useful, I suppose. So I hope that was helpful for Year 6. You should now have a collective that's going to allow you to be able to use the planet in the next video. Use the online resources there in terms of the thesaurus to look for synonyms. Have a chat with people around you at home, and certainly have a look for the particular invention that you've chosen, see if you can find some language to help you there, as well as some similar machines that we use at the moment as well. I had hoped to put the sheets up on a washing line, but you can probably hear that it's really raining outside, so not been able to do that today. Okay, hope this helps.